My name is Marianne Herding, and I am the director of the Movement Source Dance Company, and I'm also the chair and teacher at Xavier College Prep in Phoenix. I met Daniel when I was a student at Arizona State University in the 80s. It was great. I was a student in choreography class and in technique class, so I have some memories of him in and outside the classroom around campus. I think anyone who had any experience with him has some strong memories. He was really an interesting man. One of my things I remember most is being in the lobby at the dance department where we had concerts in 132, and I was in the lobby to see a show, and I had on, for some reason I was dressed up and had on fishnets with a line up the back, and he walked by me and he said, "If not now, when?" So he always had a sense of humor and very bold. So that cracked me up. And then I had him in technique class, and he one day had me sit by him. He said, "Sit down and tell me what you see." Because obviously I was not doing what he had choreographed in the class for technique. He was really so, to me, all over the place. It was hard for me to follow him. And so he just said, "Come sit down, tell me what you see." And then he kind of talked me through the movement, giving me his vision, which was a very caring way to teach. And then he told me to do everything faster in my life and in class. And I think I was born with no fast twitch fibers. So I've always been more of a lyrical, slow, mover, not a real fast mover. So he did inspire me to move more quickly and just push up the energy in my life and in class. And I think I've done that quite a bit, so that was inspiring. And then probably the strongest memory is in choreography class. He was such an artist, and his sense of performance and sense of creating art was so vivacious. So we had a class, and he would look for our weakness as a choreographer or as a dancer and push that. So my assignment was to be two wild horses fighting until death by myself. So I choreographed the dance, performed it in choreography class, and at the end, I looked over my shoulder at the end as if I had conquered the other horse, and he said, "That's art." And that made my semester. So it was nice to please him because he was not an easy man to please. But he really taught us a lot. His sincerity and his passion was very evident. It was a great experience. I think the bigger picture was commitment to movement. Whatever you're doing, commit to it, and to know what you're doing, to be sincere about your performance, that there's no room for faking it, or there's no purpose to doing something that doesn't have depth and meaning. Even if it's comedy or serious or whatever the message is, you have to know what you're doing and do it well. And I think he just had a passion for that commitment to performance. I mostly had him for modern and choreography. But I remember seeing him perform his solos, his jazz work with the style and flair that no other had. I think also just by his giving of so much in each class and tuning in with each student and how much it meant to us when he gave us personal attention and could tune into our weaknesses or strengths. I think I try to bring that into my classroom. And I do remember him saying, "Okay, shut your eyes." And then the dancer would begin to say, "Open your eyes." So we created an audience atmosphere in the classroom so that it was always authentic, and nothing was casual. It was all very on task. And I think I brought that to my classroom just to allow the students to have that kind of excitement about it and passion about it. I just feel really lucky to have known him. He had a great sense of humor, very witty, but very intense, and I just feel like it was a really wonderful experience. I'm glad I had the opportunity to know him.